Welcome everybody, this is Deralt Fritz, Jim Perky. There's my loyal hound Bella taking a nap on the floor. Today I want to show you a quick tour of my new wargame room. It's the same wargame room, but it's been picked up, cleaned up, and generally refurbished to look a lot nicer than it used to. Over there is the shelf where we keep a lot of the troops. We've got two nice comfy chairs. There's the main game table. It's 6 by 13. And for something new, over in the back here, instead of one back table, I've divided into two smaller tables so that I could display more of my figures in little dioramas. Let's look at the first one. This is a 6 by 5 table, cigar box mats, fife and drum miniatures. And this depicts a scene in the Saratoga campaign, 1777, in New York State. Let's just zero in a little bit. Here's the local militia. They're supporting Continentals. And panning around, we see some British light troops in Burgoyne's Saratoga uniforms. Let's pick one up and look at it. There we go. I don't know if you could tell, but the caps have been cut down and the tailcoats, so it's a neat, unique look, and they're kind of cool figures. Over here, we have some Mohawk Indians getting ready to raid the settlement and burn things down and get some loot. Okay, second game table. This one is, I believe, 4 by 4, again, cigar box mats. And this is mostly display, but this could be a skirmish game. Buildings are by Herb Gunt. It's more fife and drum, French infantry, or maybe that's Austrian. Here we got some fife and drum American Rev figures painted as Freikorps for the Prussians. There's some Prussian grenadiers. Let's take a look at the village. I always like to get down to street level, so it gives you a look of reality to it. Let's go down the street here. And here we see a Reverend giving a piece of his mind to two camp followers. There's a church. All these buildings were made by Herb Gunt. Okay, enough of that. Let's go to the main game table. As I say, this one is 6 by 13. It's supposed to be 6 by 12 based on the measurements of the actual tables. As you can see, I use these, I call them cafeteria tables. It's what you used to have in your school cafeteria. And they come in 6 foot by 2.5 wide tables. You can also get them as 8-footers, but I find the 6 foot's fine because you put a couple of them together. You got a 6 foot by 5. 4 tables is 6 by 10. So anyway, here's the setup. This is American Revolution, the Philadelphia campaign, and what we have are going to have are some American light troops doing a delaying action to keep the British from getting to the center of the table. That town is Kennett Square, and beyond Kennett Square we see a creek. This is the famous Brandywine Creek, and this would have been Chad's Ford. Let's zero in. We got a Conestoga wagon here. Trying to get it to focus. There we go. This was made by the talented Ed Phillips. Figures, horses, I don't know where they're from, but he made the wagon completely from scratch. He does a wonderful job. Thank you, Ed. Let's pan back. And we have a couple regiments of Continentals. I believe this is a Pennsylvania regiment. There's another Pennsylvania regiment. And yes, I know they didn't have the Stars and Stripes flag, but what can I say? Here is a blacksmith. Again, this is another Ed Phillips model that he gave to me. Thank you, Ed. Here's the town of Kennett Square. It was a crossroads. There we go. And so this was an important objective for the British, because if they go off that way, that takes them on a flanking march around the Brandywine Creek, which is what they did. Let's go back a little bit. And you can see some American riflemen. And they're lying in wait to ambush some of the British soldiers coming down the pike. Okay, here we have some of the light infantry. There we go, focused in. I have trouble focusing this camera, but they're see, they're hiding in the orchard, and they're going to announce their presence to the British rather soon. Over here we have some of the British light troops. These were the elite of the army, and they were not stupid, so they know that there's trouble lurking in the trees. They will fix bayonets and drive them out. Over here we see the main road running to Chadds Ford, and we got some British light troops and grenadiers. And again, so this is the elite of the elite British Army. And they're going to march up that road, go all the way to the bridge. That's their objective. Oh, and there will be more British that are coming in behind them. So this is just merely the vanguard. So here, British Grenadiers, light troops. We have some Peschenjägers here, and some American provincial loyalist troops for the crown. And you may have noticed there's some dice, red and blue dice. I'm going to try a game concept where I'll put, there's 6 entry roads onto the table, so we'll have 6 dice, and we'll put them in a hat, 3 red, 3 blue for the Americans and the British, respectively. I'll pull them out of the hat, and that will determine the entry points of the brigades. So I think that might be a interesting scenario and outcome. We'll see. So British on that road, Americans here, Americans coming on this road. British are actually coming across the bridge down there. There's another British unit on that road and an American unit there. Well, that's it. This is getting long enough, but again, you can see the game room. So now I have 2 big tables. I have 1 big table and 2 smaller ones. The smaller ones will be for skirmish games. And we'll just do a quick pan around so you can see there's our loyal dog Bella. And we have a nice fireplace sitting room here. Fireplace is fake. Chairs are real. Very comfortable. You can see my painting table over there. Thank you for watching.